My name is Evan Strauss. I've handled a lot as a child. Growing up, my dad was a pastor, and I went to church 5 days a week, every week for my entire 10 years of my first 10 years of my life, and it affected me in a positive way, I'd say. It got old, I guess, but in the end, my dad was a pastor, and I went to church 5 days a week, every week for my entire 10 years of my first 10 years of my life, and it affected me in a positive way, I'd say. It got old, I guess, but in the end, it was helpful for my future. Moving to Texas, it was difficult for me. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, and then we moved here, and that's when I really started to realize that my mom was also an addict, and it really negatively affected my whole life. It just made me who I am right now. So it progressively got worse. I ended up robbing everyone I knew, everyone I loved. It didn't matter how I knew you or how much I loved you. It just didn't matter. I was ruthless.
I had a mother that basically was abusing pills for half of my life, and I ended up trying to take care of her. I wasn't running to a drug at first. I was running to different things, but I eventually was introduced to cocaine and ecstasy, and I started taking all my problems to that substance. You know, I didn't know any other different life, but to use for all my problems, everything there was. I noticed I started really tearing my family apart. My dad, my Mimi, not only their money, but, I started making my family not be able to trust me. And, I realize now, I've gained my family back. That's a blessing. I've gained my family back. I'm getting involved with knowing about my kids now. I'm focusing on myself and knowing the fact that I can't change other people. And basically, it's just been a lot of blessings being here. I was also introduced to a church through Mr. Jeff Lewis called The Vineyard. And at first I thought I could never get away my past. I've been to penitentiary, all that. And now I've been baptized. I have a brand new me. That's a blessing. I know every day I can wake up and I'm not living the old life anymore. I've been, baptized. I'm a whole brand new person today, and I can live for today and the future and forget about that past. So it's been a blessing also going to church and, living the right way. And my father's been teaching me, Richard, before you do something, you got to ask yourself, is it right or is it wrong? So I'm blessed. Anything I do, and before I do it, I ask myself, is it right or is it wrong? What would Jesus do? So
I lived here at Second Chances for 2 years. I was on quite a bit of medication, probably about 7 different medications. About 10 years I started smoking crack cocaine, and I was living in a misery, in a spiral downward, and basically a living hell.
My dad was fired from his job for my mom being an alcoholic, and that dampened our entire faith totally. And after that, it was very, very harsh. My mom got a lot worse, and it affected me.
And my parents intervened, and I realized that the best thing for me would be to live in sober living.
Sitting here today, it's almost unreal that I'm able to sit here and tell you that I'm clean and sober. I've never been able to say that my entire life, and the fact that I'm here telling you this, it feels like a dream, and it's great.
It really was a breakthrough to come here at Second Chances. The staff, David Jackson is dynamite. He's very me from the street and gave me a second chance. And because of that, I have really come through and turned my life around. Right now I've got over 18 months, and it has really strengthened me and my life, and I can spread the message around the newcomers that come in through here.
My name is Jeff Lewis. I'm the founder of Second Chances.